Let me give you a quick reminder and then I'll give you some practice. Let's say you've got this Venn diagram here. This is event A, event B. If you want to know the probability of A and B, A here, and B, well, that would be the intersection of the two, because but basically the intersection of the two would be this segment here. So if you want the probability of A and B, you have to pick someone from this segment here, because it's in A and it's in B. Okay. If you want the probability of A or B, so that would be the union of the two. So remember, anyone from this population it would be a good outcome, because it's A or B. So anyone from this this segment here is good. This one here is good because it's A or B, and this segment here is good because it's A or B. So if you want the probability of A or B, it would be the union. The union is basically the union of the two events. So it's the union of the two events. Okay. If you want the intersection it's this bit here. Okay. If you want the union, it's all these here. Okay. And if you want the probability of not A, that means, well, anything inside this circle here is A. So not A would be this segment out here, okay, and this bit here. So not A means all these here. Hang on. So you want the probability of all the bits that are not A, okay. Not B, well, it's the same thing. Any bits that are not B, okay. So and if you want not A and not B, well, there's only this bit out here, not A and not B. Okay. Well, anyway, let's get some practice here. So here, looking at this Venn diagram, this is just to help you. If you add up all these numbers, it comes to 22. Okay. So looking at this diagram, what is the probability that of me picking one person and it's being A and B? So this symbol here is and. Okay. For some reason, I always remember that curly thing as an N. So this is and. And if you see an upside down version, a U, union, that means it's an or. Okay. So this symbol here is and. This symbol here is or. So what is the probability? It would be A and B. And what is the probability here? B, but not A. And this is what is the probability of A or B? So this is a union of the two. Union. Anyway, that symbol there's union, and this one here, not A and not B. Okay, so press pause and think about this, and yeah, try and do this. Press pause and have a go. Okay, so the probability of A and B, well, A and B would be the intersection of the two. So A and B would be anything from this segment here. So it would be 6 over 22. And then you could simplify if you want. Okay. So next one, this one here now. What is the probability of B but not A? So anything inside B is good, but the thing is, you don't want A. That's the thing, but not A. So you don't want this. So basically, get rid of this. So it's anything in here. In this segment here. Okay. So it's just a 10. So B but not A would be B, but remember we don't want A, so it can only be 10 over 22. Okay. Next one, A or B. Well, if you come from here, if you're from this population here, A or B. Well, this is a good outcome because it's an A. A or B. This is a good outcome because it's A or B. Well, A or B would be all these here, the union of the two. Okay, so it's basically 4 plus 6, well, that's 10, plus another 10, so that will be 20 over 22. Okay, now not A, so anything that's not A would be all these here. Okay, not A would be anything that's outside of the A circle. But the thing is not B, so anything outside, well, we've got to get rid of not B, remember. So we basically well, it's going to be everything outside of the two circles, because anything outside here would be not A and not B, so it can only be this. So it's 2 over 22, and then you could simplify if you want. Okay, this next one here. What is the probability of A but not B? But for the first question, what is the probability of A or B? Okay, and then last one is A and B. So press pause and have a go. Okay, this one here. Let's do this one here. A but not B. So you want A. Okay, that's everything here, but not B. You don't want B in here, so exclude this too. So you're only interested in the this bit here. Okay, you're only interested in this bit here. A but not B. So this would be 5 over 22. Okay, and then the next one here, A or B. A or B is going to be the union of the two. Okay, so that would be this plus this plus this. That would be 15 over 22. Okay, and A and B. Well, that cannot. Well, if you come from here, then this is A and B, because look, A and is also B. Well, anyway, A and B means the intersection. So you want the intersection of the two, which is the intersection of A and B, which is this bit here, which is 2. Okay, 2 over 22. Okay, so remember the and means the intersection. Well, just try and think of it. If you come from here, then you're in A and you're in B. Well, anyway, next one here. Okay, so here 3 events now, A, B, and C. So I want to know the probability of A and B and C. So you've got to find somewhere in that diagram where it's A and it's in A, it's in B, and it's in C. Okay. Well, anyway, this next one here, the probability of B or C. Okay, B or C. Well, anyway, you got to think about it. This one is A and this is and. Okay, A and C. And what is the probability of not C? Okay, so think about this. And by the way, there might be a trick question in there, so be careful. Press pause and have a go. Okay, so A and B and C here. So you've got to find somewhere where let's say you're here. Well, you're in A here, but you're not in B and you're not in C. So this is a bad outcome. Let's say you're here. Well, you're in A and also you're in B, but you're not in C. You see, so this, well, you want somewhere where it's A and B and C. Let's say you're out here. Well, you're not in A, you're not in B, you're not in C. So well, let's say you're here then. Well, you're in C, but you're not in A, you're not in B. Well, where in this diagram are you in A, B, and C? Well, nowhere. So it's going to be 0 and over 23, which is 0. Okay, that was my trick question. Okay, this one here, B or C. Well, B or C. If you're in here, then it's a good outcome because it's in B or C. Well, you're here is good. You're here is good because you're in. Well, you want somewhere where you're in B or C. So it doesn't matter if you're in B or C, as long as you're in one of the two. Well, anyway, it's going to be this and. Well, you got to add all these two together. Okay, so B or C would be this plus this. That's 4. Okay, and then this plus this, that's 7. So that would be 11. So to answer this question here, it would be 11 over 23. Okay, third question here. A and C. Well, A and C. If you're here, you're in A, but you're not in C. So that's no good. Well, you want A and C. So that could only mean the intersection of A and C. So this, it just means this bit here. So that's 5. So 5 over 23. Okay, and not C. Well, not C. Well, anything in C here is good. Well, you're interested in not C, so everything else outside of C. Okay, so everything outside of C. So it would be, hang on, it would be this, 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 and this. Anything outside of C. So merge these 3 together. That would be a 10, and then you plus 6 here, so that would be 16. So it would be 16 out of 23. Okay. I will give you some more practice in the next video.